Hi, Chester Elton here with a recommendation for my weekend book club. This one is by Hortense le Gentil. I know my French accent is horrible. It's called Aligned. I love this idea of connecting your true self with the leader you're meant to be. You know, Hortense is part of our MG100 group and really is a delight to be around. This is a self-published book. It's high quality and it's high quality intellectual content. What I mean by that is it's really interesting the way Hortense puts in simple things and then exercises for you to keep yourself aligned. I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and he said, first to be a great leader, you have to have this awakening, then you have to have alignment, and then you have to have the willingness to give it back. And Aligned certainly does all of that. I like when she talks about the mind gap of where you are and where you want to be. I love that expression, there's a mind gap. Talks about the importance of reflection. And I've talked about this before. The idea of reflecting on who you are, who you want to be, and how you get there. Again, she puts in these wonderful exercises, little quizzes, talk about your dreams, talk about where you want to go, talk about how you're going to get there. Write it down. I love the exercises where you have to actually write things down. She talks about looking in the mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. I really enjoyed that section where, she talked about taking a little test. What were the major turning points in your life? What are the most important decisions you've made? And again, I'm reflecting on it and writing it down. I love the mirror, mirror. My grandfather wrote a poem called The Man in the Glass. And I love that idea of literally looking yourself in the mirror, looking yourself in the eye and saying, who am I? I think the opening of the poem was, when you've got all you want and you struggle for wealth and the world crowns you king for a day, then go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that guy has to say. I love this book. I love that it has calls to action. It's a great read. It'll make you think. And then the call to action is, will you write it down? Will you follow through? Will you reflect? Well, it's a lovely book. Comes out in October. It's aligned by my good friend Hortense le Gentil. And I know I'm not saying that right or doing it justice. I hope you'll give it a look. I hope you'll buy it. I know that it will make you a better leader, a leader that is engaged, enabled, and energized to build those great all-in cultures that you and your people deserve. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Cheers.